Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Supreme Racing League Grand Prix here in Japan. I'm Ben Rwaggy McConnell, and joining me on the casters bench is Jamie Amkasa. Elder, how you doing?
I'm not too shabby yourself.
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Here we are in Japan, a very legendary circuit in Suzuka. It's got some of the greatest corners on the whole calendar, to be truthfully honest. The S's being some of the fan favourites ever, especially some of the drivers. Lewis Hamilton himself actually said that he loved the S's on this circuit. And some of these names you may actually recognise from AOR actually, but Crow is looking at the driver standings. He's currently set up there very comfortably ahead. He is almost a full 100 points in front of Hazard. And it's looking like he could run away with it today.
Yeah, I mean, Japan has won. 13 of the 30 championships have been decided at Japan, and we can see the championship decided tonight. Let's see what he does.
No, he beat him. It was a great lap for him, but he ruined my prediction, so now he's in my bad books.
I7 coming up now. Let's see if he improves. He did, but he didn't move. Crow now. Crow's coming around the final corner.
Is he going to get pole position? Let's find out.
I wonder.
Oh, that it was slower.
No, Hazard's coming. Oh no, he's coming first.
Well, there you have it. That's it. So Crow gets P1. FK Gaming ruined my prediction, but he does get P2. Boemel's getting P3, and just want to point out, just look at how close these timings are. That's after Crow, of course. When you go 2 onwards, look how close everyone actually is with each other. It's only when you start to get to around about P9 where you see the 1 second gap there. That's where it ends. So from P2 all the way down to P9, that's where it really is going to be a spicy battle throughout. Here we go. You've waited for this moment for quite a while. And with all the cars on track and the lights about to go out, we're going to see who's going to be the quickest on the throttle. As it looks like FK Gaming is not as fast as Boemel's is on the start. Beak having a major issue. Crow just fired off. Massive crash. That's Marby over into the wall. Huge incident there. Look at that. That's the is that I7? I7's gone off the track.
Going off as well.
Huge issues already. We didn't even get to turn 1 and there was already a DNF. That is dramatic crash there for Marby. But look at Crow up already a place in the P5. He's going to have to do a lot more if he wants to get up there even further. Currently De Kraus is trying to get past borderline. Whether or not he's going to be able to achieve that, I don't know, because this is a really tough place to make some overtakes happen. I wonder if I7's got any wing damage as a result of the collision. I think he was the one who collided with Marby because he went flying off to the side.
Front right, so
right.
51%, so that's most of it missing.
Oh.
Marby's missing a bit of front wing. Tom Young's fine.
Oh, there's another collision. I7 and Daniel Epic. Oh, I7's losing the back end, and now there's another one. Yoli Gamer. Yoli Gamer just goes into the back of I7. I think Yoli Gamer's got quite a bit of wing damage as well.
Yeah, front right's missing a fair bit.
That's not good for him at all. But the front runners have all pretty much maintained their position. Beak obviously the only person who lost out a touch there. But it's looking pretty smooth so far.
Julian. That's an easy overtake. Obviously, when people really retire on the formation, it messes up the timings, and it does take a lap or two to sort itself out.
Oh, Crow and Hazard, the two Shazoo boys, are actually battling hard together. Hazard defended beautifully. Crow actually having to back off a touch, but Hazard needs to maintain his lines if he wants to be able to keep Crow at a distance. But Crow knows how to get a better line, and let's see if he actually has pulled it off. Hazard gets a little bit of grass kicked up there. And with this slipstream being so effective in this game, it does look like Crow maybe he'll go around the outside. Is it coming to 130R? The Crow's gone wide. Is he going to get a penalty for that? No. He backed out though, and I think he had to, otherwise he would have got a penalty. You know, interestingly enough, if Crow finishes 3 points ahead of Hazard today, Crow will win the Drivers' World Championship. Yeah, this time Crow actually kept it together, and he's on the inside now as he comes into the second to last. A bit of a lock up there actually forces Hazard off track. He's going to have to concede that place. And he almost lost the place to Julian as well, but he held on beautifully. Crow, don't fault him for giving that attempt, but he needs to be more refined than that if he wants to pull it off. Further downfield, borderline closing in with DRS on the back of Beaker. Beaker under threat now as they go into turn 1. Beaker needs to make sure he doesn't screw this up. And so far, he has done a good, solid job, getting a little bit twitchy on the exit. Crow again making moves on Hazard. Look how close they are together now as they're coming out the exit of Spoon. Still wheel to wheel. Who's going to benefit most? Hazard is doing such a good job of defending himself here, keeping them still, side by side, neck and neck. The two Shazoo boys not giving each other any room to breathe. Hazard had to back out. Crow runs a little bit wide, but Crow has secured P3 at the minute, unless he screws up these corners. Bit of a lock up there. Hazard losing the back end, but he held it. Perfectly done there by Crow. So, P3 is on the podium. Is he going to be able to get himself close enough to Boemels next and go even faster? He's set the fastest lap to go with it, 130.992.
Well, we know Beaker is someone that likes to take his tyres longer than the manufacturer recommends. The manufacturer recommends 17. We have 2 more than that to go at 19. So he might make him last. We know he can. Well, we know he likes to. Sometimes it backfires.
Oh, massive issues there. Noosa lost the back end. KGG ran into the back of him. And I think KGG has got front right wing damage. I can't see anything.
Yeah, very minor.
And it's looking pretty good if you're in Boemels' car right now.
Absolutely, he's absolutely flying now. And yeah, so he's going to be the challenge to Crow, I suspect. They're both on these soft tyres. And if he can get his foot down, get after FK past him, he might be able to have a chance at getting up to Crow.
FK Gaming is doing a pretty solid job of actually keeping up with Crow. I mean, a lap ago he was not far off the pace of Crow, and it's only 1.8 seconds now. Normally we see him just disappear, but oh, here we go. Hazard looking like he's going to be trying to make some moves round the outside of Tom Yum into the hairpin. He's done that nice and easy as you could possibly do. This is now Julian's best opportunity to make the pass happen. He's got the DRS available to him. He's already in mode 4. He's going to be going down the inside, and he's done it. He needs to hold it together going through turn 1 and 2, and he has. So well done to Julian. I didn't think he was going to be able to pull it off at any point, but he managed to get the drive that he needed. FK Gaming. That is massive. 5 second stop-go penalty for exceeding track limits.
That's an interesting penalty to get. You don't often see that. I wish I could see it now, but it's happened. It's not actually appeared on my penalty screen, so.
Yeah, I don't know where he could possibly have done that. But Richie B now with the DRS and slipstream, he moves on past Tom Yum, and P8 is in their hands. Oh no, maybe not, because he's gone wide. And actually Tom Yum could make a move back down the inside, but Tom Yum gets a little bit out of shape as they come through turn 2. And look, Richie B does hold on to P8. So now the two Force Indias are neck and neck. Are 7th and 8th, and it's starting to get a bit more comfortable for Force India. Here is how it looks in the driver's standings at the minute.
Before the race, you mean?
Before the race, sorry. That's where it looks at the minute with Crow up there, 295 points ahead of Hazard. Sorry, 295 points, which is 97 ahead of Hazard. That's why the 3 points matter.
Julian coming on FK Gaming though. He's gone down the inside and he's up. FK Gaming on the outside now, turn 2. Julian squeezes him and up to P2 for Julian. Outstanding, and behind Hazard, still on the back of Boemels. He needs to get past if he wants to get onto the podium because, well, Julian's just doing sensational. We might expect him to start pulling away from FK Gaming. Crow is pitted.
That is huge. That's going to put him where? Down P5?
22 seconds is the pit stop.
Yeah, that's a P5.
So he'll come out. Yeah, he might come out behind borderline if he's not careful. But he will have the supers on, and yeah, he's quick.
Who is going to get not just the race win here, but who's going to get the Drivers' Championship? Will Hazard be able to claw it together and keep himself in the running for it? Or will it be GG, well played, and Crow claiming Drivers' World Championship? Well, Crow's looking to make this end early as he's going into the hairpin. Crow gets wide, but he's going to get the cutback, and now he's going to get a better drive out of this corner. Is Hazard going to be able to defend himself? I don't think he is. Crow's going to be going around the outside to come up to Spoon. Who's going to hold out longest? I think Crow's done it. He is. He's ahead. Crow has managed to make that pass happen. That extra rubber, the extra grip, and the extra power really meant that Crow was able to push past Hazard, but it's not over yet. Yes, Crow is ahead of him, but he needs to get a 3-second gap and keep himself clean in order to get to the end of this race and take the victory for the Drivers' World Championship. And what a move that was. Here we go. As Beaker's lost it, he's gone wide. That's into the wall. Oh no, Beaker. Huge retirement there. He got a bit too ahead of himself, and that takes you back to what I was saying earlier, where he knows he's quick, but he just gets a little bit overconfident, and the overconfidence there and over-aggressiveness cost him. And now he's out of the race.
And crucially, that has not brought out a safety car.
That would have been
That brought out,
huge.
even a virtual one, that could have changed the race completely. As Crow is on the back pretty much of FK. FK has that 6 seconds of penalties, Crow only with 3. So this should be an easy one. Hazard needs to close up on FK effectively. FK with 6 seconds isn't going to cost him, but he still needs to close up on Crow. He's fallen out to 3 seconds already, and Crow's up to P2 and setting his sights on the race leader with only 2 laps to go. And he's going to make a move here. He's got to have to.
Yeah, he is. Julian. Oh, he's going down the inside. This is going to be an interesting one. Now they're going to have fair when they come into turn 2. They've already been colliding a little bit. Oh, that was so dangerous there by Crow. I mean, the inside move was ballsy to say the least. But to then go into the side of Julian just through sheer, Julian had better grip. He tried to give as much room as he could, but at the end of the day, he still has to take that hard series of corners the best that he can. And it's questionable, but I think Crow will get away with it. Oh, Julian, no, that is bad news bears for him. Oh, Crow's giving the position back to Julian.
Yeah, I think he's giving it back.
I mean, it's rightly so, if I'm being truthfully honest. It did look very dirty, and I think, it was a bit too much to ask. But where's this pace from FK come from? He's now within half a second of Crow. It's looking like it's going to happen. Julian comes across the line. And Crow takes the race victory. But more crucially, Crow is your Drivers' World Championship winner here in the Supreme Racing League. Congratulations to him for making that happen. Hazard gave his absolute best, and he was only 1.7 seconds behind Crow, and that was all it made the difference for whether or not Hazard was going to be able to stay in the run-in for it. But he does take a very comfortable, very happy P2, and then Julian running home with the P3.
I mean, Constructor won't be solved just yet. There was only 70 points between them before the race.
Yeah.
And yeah.
McLaren are looking in a good position to win it. Mercedes again, that's Hazard and that's Borderline also looking like they could be in a really good running for it. If Hazard keeps getting these points, it will fare well for the Constructors' Championship. But that's the only championship that's left running, because that man right there, he has done it. He has secured that championship win for himself. So that is it from us here at the Supreme Racing League. I've been Ben Rwaggy McConnell. This has been Jamie Amkasa Elder, and we want to thank you greatly for this trip that we've been on together here in SRL. And we look forward to seeing you for the remainder of the calendar from next week onwards.